Hey, welcome to the Bankroll Your Real Estate Business Masterclass. I am Mo the Closer. I'm going to be walking you through the step by step of how to get access to capital for your next deal. If you are new here, go ahead and make sure that you hit the subscribe button. And if this is your second time or more, why are you not already subscribed? But I'm looking forward to giving you this information. And if you have any questions, I want you to make sure you comment down below. Go ahead and share this video with your fellow real estate investor friends and people that you actually care about who are in the industry. So let's jump right into this. First of all, who am I? My name is Monica Mo the Closer Allen. Since the beginning of COVID, I've helped over 4,000 clients get access to capital, and this is across different fields. We've worked with e commerce clients, service, trucking, and mainly real estate investment clients. I have over 20 years in high performance sales, financial deal closing skills. So I definitely know how to make sure you get to the bag. And we funded over 7 million in business funding and personal funding, and that's just in 2025 so far. So, if that doesn't qualify me, I'm not sure what does. Now, the intention of this masterclass is so that you learn how to invest faster, scale smarter, and make sure that you never miss a deal again. And this is all while using OPP. Now, back in the day, OPP used to mean something just a little bit different. If anybody doesn't know who this is, I'm going to go ahead and date myself now. This is Naughty by Nature. OPP. If you remember what OPP means, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. This industry, we like to call OPP other people's paper. And in real estate, if you're not already fond of using other people's paper in your deals, then you're probably losing a lot of money and you're losing your shorts in your deals. So, I'm going to show you exactly how to strategically place funding inside of your business. Therefore, you never have to worry about capital again. But if you're not using these strategies, it's okay. Newsflash, you're not underqualified, you're undereducated. So, most clients that we work with, it's not even a matter they don't qualify for funding, it's they never knew how to apply for funding or how to apply funding to their business. So, that's okay. Now, let's talk about why capital is the real game changer in real estate. If you have capital, you become your own bank. This means you don't have to wait on deals. This means that you don't have to wait on having a partner. You don't have to leverage. You don't have to leverage like having a hard money investor. You don't have to wait for anyone else to invest. When you're ready, you're cool. Cash offers always dominate the market. So if you have funding, then that means that you already have more leverage than the people who are betting against you. So here's just the very beginner. This is the very basic level of getting the access to the capital that you need. First of all, you're going to structure your personal finances, right? You're going to structure your personal credit so that you meet all of the criteria. And I'll go through that later. And then you're going to make sure your business credit is built out correctly. You're going to make sure that you build personal relationships with banks. And then you're going to go for credit stacking at 0%. And then with that 0% funding, then you go into positioning yourself for deals. So this means that this is the entire sequence. So you're going to make sure your personal credit is okay. You're going to make sure your business credit is okay. Make sure you establish banking relationships. Make sure that you have access to credit at 0% interest. And then in a pre funding position, you're able to access capital using those 0% interest cards. So let's do a deep dive in the first step: repair and optimize your personal credit. Your personal FICO score still backs most lending decisions, even on a business credit app. So, a couple of things that you want to make sure you have is at least a 680 FICO score. You want to have a clean profile. So, no late payments, no collections, no inquiries, none of that. Now, you can have about 3 inquiries. That's about the max. That's even pushing it. You want to make sure that you have at least 2 primary accounts valued at 2.5 thousand. So, $2,500, and your utilization should be well under 10%. Now, we can deal with that utilization being a little high because you can use things like bridge loans and term loans for your business to get that down. But you also want to make sure that you have at least 4 years of credit history. Now, all of these things are important collectively because all of these are what make you have a very strong score. It used to be where you could add a bunch of authorized user trade lines to your credit, and then you establish your good credit based off the back of someone else. But the banks no longer recognize that as a valuable means to determine if you're eligible for credit or not. It just helps a little bit with the age. So, just piggybacking off that, let me give you some pro tips here. Don't do any weird stuff with your credit, like these credit sweeps, these credit hacks, these credit tricks and tips, and all this kind of weird stuff that's online. Stop watching all these YouTube videos with these people taking these shortcuts, because what happens is the underwriters are not stupid. They understand exactly what's going on in the credit world. So you're only going to use like these trade lines and these credit builder accounts on your clean credit. I'm going to use this analogy right here. You only use trade lines and credit builders on your clean credit, because if not, it's like a little kid who doesn't like to take a shower but still wants to put cologne on. Your credit is still going to smell like a funky little kid if you do not clean it up first. So make sure you clean your credit before you start adding trade lines and credit builders to your credit. So, in order to generate you a business credit score, I'm going to give you a few tips to show you how to do that. Now, by all means, there are about four other ways that you can use to build business credit. They're going to work equally as well. This is just the most accessible way for you. So the first thing that you're going to do is register your business correctly. Make sure you have an EIN, a business phone number, email, a physical address, and make sure that you're not using all of your personal documents to set up this. So you're going to use like tier 1 accounts. These accounts are going to be like Quill, Granger. These are all tier 1 accounts. This is going to make sure that you have net 30s on there. Net 30s are bills that you pay every 30 days. The second tier to this is tier 2. So you have NAV Prime, Sam's Club, Amazon. All of these are unsecured financing. And then you have tier 3, which is like bank funding, car loans, and equipment loans. So all of these can be built out without you using your social security number. But all of this is totally dependent on you setting your business up correctly initially. The next step is we're going to leverage banking relationships for big check capital. So, banks love well organized and well structured businesses. So, to do that, you're going to use the 3 bank funding strategy. You're going to book an appointment. Make sure you book an appointment because people love it when you respect their time. So, you're going to book an appointment and you're going to ask for 3 different products. You're going to ask for a personal checking account, you're going to ask for a business checking account, and then you're going to ask for a business savings account. And then you're going to deposit consistent funds for 30 days. After you deposit that consistent funds for 30 days, apply for a credit card. After 2 months, apply for lines of credit. We show you strategically in another video how to actually move the same money in and out of these accounts. Therefore, you show transactions and you start building a relationship with the bank. Because keep in mind, most banks are relationship banks. So they want to see how many transactions you're doing per month. Now, once you get credit cards with this, here's your zero credit card stacking. This is what you're going to use to flow the deals, right? This is how you're going to leverage the 0% interest funding. And usually the 0% interest funding ranges anywhere from 6 to 24 months. So you're going to apply using your individual credit score first. So you're going to use yourself as a personal guarantee. Once you use yourself as a personal guarantee, you're going to apply for multiple lenders in one funding round. So there are some strategic strategies to this, like making sure that the credit cards that you're applying for don't have any cash advance fees. They don't have high limits. They do have flexible repayments. Just make sure all of those 3 things are true so you can maximize the amount of lending that you get for the bang for your buck. Because without that, then you're going to be paying interest when you pull cash off of these cards, and we don't want that. So doing what we've previously spoke about, you're going to be able to fund deals before you actually get them. So, moving like this, you're going to be able to fund deals before you actually get them, which is going to have you moving like Rick Ross, the boss out here, right? And it's always important that you have the funds before the deal. This way, you're not out here chasing capital after you find it. You bring the capital to the deal. So, most people, they wait until they get a deal to start actually looking for it. But strategies like this that we implement inside of the masterclass, this is what allows you to make cash offers, negotiate harder, and act like a decision maker versus you having to go beg somebody for money in a moment of opportunity. You're the one that actually holds the bag. So, we have programming where we offer to do all of this for you, where we offer you full personal credit repair and optimization. We structure your business for you so that you can access up to 250,000 in approvals without high interest hard money. Now, there are some people who are already ready to do this on their own. You can execute these strategies. You can just follow through step by step. I gave you the blueprint right here. This is exactly the same things that we do. There are a few details in here that we can teach you to make sure that we connect you with the right people, we connect you with the right banks. But if you're not that person who wants to learn how to do it, you just want a done for you funding concierge, we offer full personal credit repair and optimization for your profile. We make sure that your business is structured and you have a complete build out. And we also make sure that on the first round, you're eligible for up to 250,000 in approvals without high interest hard money. This means that even a brand new business, a business that's less than 1 week old, is going to be able to qualify for up to 250,000 for the first round. And that's just the beginning. Now, if you have any questions about any of this, I want you to drop those questions down below. But also make sure you connect with us for more information just like this on all of our social media. Down below, set up a call with the team. If you're not sure how to do this for yourself, let the team walk you through it step by step so that you don't have to wait for the capital. You already have the capital before you go to the deal. I can't impress that upon you enough. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. And if you have not already done so, make sure you go ahead and drop us a subscribe. I'll see you at the bank.